thanks for checking in. My name's Helen. We're here to explore a body of knowledge, a body of healing wisdom. It's called Fusion 7 Healing. Fusion 7 Healing is a creative metaphysical technology, and it provides evolutionary ascension techniques. Fusion 7 Healing is actually a series of classes where we have an opportunity to remember our own soul truth. It provides us with many keys to be able to unlock and decode our very own soul truth. There is a lot of information out there because it is the time of revelation right now. So there's so much stuff that's coming in, so many directions we can go in. Sometimes it can be bewildering, it can be confusing and overwhelming to say the least. So what happens in Fusion 7 Healing, it provides an opportunity to gain some clarity and maybe provide some order of all of these techniques and approaches, and allows you to create your very own order and direction in the way that you approach your own healing process and the way that you apply healing or facilitate healing rather for others. The way that this is done is that in Fusion 7 Healing classes we provide a plethora or a buffet table, if you want to put it that way, of many different flavours and delicacies, different recipes and different foods, if you wish. And so what we do is we play and experiment with all these different tools and methods, and then each individual participant is going to decide how they wish to use those tools and if they so wish to use those tools. So it is about freedom of expression. It is, if you like, a systemless system. So there's direction, but you can experiment with that and use it if you wish to and how you wish to. So it's about developing your very own expression and technique of how you wish to apply healing to self and others. The way that Fusion 7 Healing came about was from my very own personal experience, that being that back in 99, 2000, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. It started off with very mild symptoms, but then became quite serious. I very quickly found out that the orthodox approach to medicine didn't quite fit with me. The very first attack that I had, I was paralysed to the waist and I was administered intravenous cortisone, which in a nutshell almost killed me. So that was a turning point where I decided that orthodox medicine is not for me. I'm not saying it's not for you, it just wasn't for me. And so that put me on a path of experimentation, discovery, education in the allopathic, homeopathic, complementary medicine route. And so this is what happened. I started to study many things from yoga to homeopathy, traditional Chinese medicine, much more. I'm not going to go into that in this particular video here. And I also studied these approaches, and each method was providing something very wonderful, very beautiful, but I found that all it was doing was actually returning me to a certain level of balance. I was returning to a certain decent level of health, but I didn't feel that I had really reclaimed full health before the multiple sclerosis came into my life. And so I just kept going, with the journey of self-healing, educating and such. And then I came to the point where I realised that everything is actually a lot deeper and multi-dimensional, as we are multi-dimensional beings. And so the approaches that we need to heal ourselves, heal our lives, heal our environments, if you like, needs to be a multi-dimensional approach. It seemed to make a lot of sense. And I guess that's how Fusion 7 Healing was born. Many different approaches, compilations, kind of put together and edited. So the stuff that didn't work was taken out, and the stuff that did work was upgraded, if you like, and put together in a way that could be very powerful, very potent, and very helpful in order to be able to return one to their health. And of course that started with me. And so this is how it all began. I also studied many other healing modalities, if you will, but just kept going with all of that until the development of my very own thing came from my own experience and my own soul's voice, if you like. So this is how Fusion 7 Healing was birthed. So what exactly is Fusion 7 Healing? We use the tools of the universe, the elements or the forces of the universe in order to heal. And those are things like light, colour, sound. And what we do in Fusion is we play with the frequencies, the vibrations, the waves in which it comes. So we can downplay and upplay the potency and the power that these tools are used, for example. The way that we do this is with the projection of our consciousness. So I'm not using my hands to literally connect with the person or touch the person, although it's not ruled out. If it feels right at that time to do that, then it's possible to do that. But it's not actually required in order to facilitate the healing. So those are the tools that we use. And in order to be able to use these tools, what we do is a connection process to the source, the organic source of everything that is manifest in the whole of the cosmos, actually. This is the body or source or force that we connect to in order to be able to use the elements of the universe to heal. There are many ways to connect to the source, and the different pathways and ways that we do it are provided in the courses. Once we make that connection, then we can use a combination of these tools, light, sound, colour, at different frequencies, waves and vibrations in order to facilitate the healing. Where do we apply it? We can either apply it to any of the harmonic focal points, which is just a fancy way of saying chakras or energy centres, if you like, any of the energy bodies or the energy fields, our torus field. We can apply it to areas of our life, our environment, our physical health, many different areas. To all many dimensions of our existence, we can apply this method. We can be as vague or as specific as we want in order to achieve a result, yes, but I would also say to achieve a level of comfort, release or revelation even. So it's very much about disclosure also, about discovering about who you really are, and also about rediscovering the beauty of our intuitive ability. Our intuitive ability is something that is extremely important in the evolutionary process, and we're guided to do this in the Fusion 7 body of wisdom, because it is extremely helpful to be able to achieve connectivity, first towards the self and then towards the other. So how can one benefit or use Fusion 7 healing? There's a couple of ways. You can come in for a session, somebody could come in for a session, and these various tools can be applied. There's dialogue or there's no dialogue. So if you're not a speaker, for example, if you don't want to reel off talking about what your issues are, somebody who facilitates the Fusion 7 healing can just investigate your space with your permission, connecting to you, see what the issues or sense or feel what the issues are, and then using those tools of the universe that we spoke of a little earlier on, we can apply those to your space so that we can access a level of comfort and change. So that's what happens in a healing, in a session, for example. A session could last half an hour, 45 minutes or 60 minutes, depending on the needs of the recipient. So that's what happens in a session. Usually in the duration of a session, or at least at the end of a session, it's more likely that you will feel definite relief. There may be instantaneous change, there probably will be instantaneous change, but it tends to come in layers at the level that the recipient will allow. That's the way that it happens. So this is what happens in a session. Another way somebody could access Fusion 7 healing is to take the classes. And the classes actually are a journey. it's a journey of remembrance is what it really is. So it allows you to develop spiritually, metaphysically, physically, and all the different ways that one can grow and develop in a graceful and sacred way. And that will happen at your very own pace and in the very way that you would wish it to be. There's no boxes with Fusion 7 Healing. It's not structured, so you don't feel like you are boxed in if you are taking classes. You always feel the freedom. There's always air to grow. Fusion 7 Healing is a consciousness of its own, and it's like a baby that's kind of growing in itself. So it's developing with the students, with the participants. We are all learning, teaching and growing together in this. So I invite you to come and take part, and I invite you to stay tuned, because we're going to have a series, if you will, of Fusion 7 Healing videos, and I look forward to sharing with you, and I look forward possibly to connecting with you. I would really enjoy that. You can also connect with Fusion 7 Healing work via the internet, Facebook. Fusion7healing.com is the website. Fusion7healing@gmail.com is where you can write into if you wish to access more information. And let's hope that we can all evolve, grow together from the microcosmic level all the way up to the macrocosmic. Fusion 7 Healing is there to provide it and share with you, and let's grow